Look, you check your bank account and it says something like $327. You tell yourself, okay, this month is different. I'm finally going to save. Then life happens. Rent hits, groceries, gas, random $60 you didn't even plan for, and somehow you're back at zero again. Meanwhile, you see people online talking about saving $50,000, $100,000, even $1 million, and you're just sitting there thinking, how is that even possible when I can't even hit $5,000? Here's the thing. Saving your first $5,000 is actually harder than saving your next $50,000. And no, it's not because those people are smarter than you. It's not because they got lucky. There's something deeper going on. My name is Egan, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people struggle to build savings even when they're trying their best. If you're someone who feels stuck living paycheck to paycheck or can't seem to build that first financial cushion, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Part 1. The big lie about saving money. Here's what most people believe. If I just had more money, saving would be easy. No. Here's what most people don't realize. Saving money is not primarily an income problem. It's a behavior and system problem. Now, income does matter, obviously, but according to the Federal Reserve, nearly 40% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency without borrowing or selling something. Think about that. That's not just low-income households. That includes people making $50K, $60K, even $80K a year. So what's going on? Part 2. Why the first $5,000 is so hard. Let's break this down. 1. You're fighting against fixed expenses. When you're starting from zero, almost all your money is already spoken for. Let's say you make $3,500 a month after taxes. Rent is $1,500, food is $500, transportation is $300, bills and subscriptions are $300, and miscellaneous is $500. That leaves you with $400. In theory, you could save that, but in reality, something always comes up. So instead of saving $400, you save maybe $50 or nothing. And this is where it gets really interesting. 2. Your brain is wired against you. Saving your first $5,000 isn't just math, it's psychology. Your brain is constantly asking, what's the reward right now? Spending gives you instant gratification. Saving gives you a number on a screen. No dopamine, no excitement, no visible change in your life. So your brain literally sees saving as a loss. 3. Progress feels invisible. Let's say you manage to save $100. That's great, but emotionally, it feels like nothing. You're still broke. You're still stressed. Your life hasn't changed. So your brain says, what's the point? And you quit. 4. Emergencies reset you. This is the biggest one. You finally hit $1,000. Then your car breaks down. Boom, back to zero. Now you're not just starting over financially, you're starting over mentally. That's exhausting. Part 3. Why $50,000 is actually easier. Now here's where everything flips. Once you get past that first $5,000, something changes. 1. Momentum kicks in. Saving your first $5,000 might take 2 years, but going from $5,000 to $10,000, way faster. Why? Because now you believe it's possible. Confidence is a financial asset most people ignore. 2. Your system improves. At the beginning, you're guessing, I'll try to save whatever's left. That never works. But over time, you start doing things like automating savings, cutting specific expenses, tracking spending. Now saving becomes predictable. 3. Interest starts working, slowly at first. Let's do some simple math. Let's say you have $5,000 saved and invest it with a 7% return. That's $350 a year. Not life-changing yet. But at $50,000, that same 7% becomes $3,500 a year. That's nearly $300 a month doing nothing. This is where it gets really interesting. 4. Your identity changes. At 0, you think, I'm bad with money. At 5,000, you think, I'm trying to get better. At 50,000, you think, I'm someone who builds wealth. That shift is everything, because now your decisions change. You think long term. You delay gratification. You protect your money. Part 4. The hidden trap. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so I just need to push through to $5,000. Yes, but there's a trap. It's called the lifestyle creep loop. As your income increases, your spending increases too. So instead of saving more, you stay stuck. This is why people making $100,000 can still feel broke. Part 5. The simple math breakdown. Let's make this practical. Let's say you want to reach $5,000. Scenario A, random saving. Save whatever's left. Average, $100 a month. Time to $5,000 equals 50 months, over 4 years. Scenario B, intentional system. Save $250 a month automatically. Time to $5,000 equals 20 months. Scenario C, aggressive strategy. Save $500 a month. Time equals 10 months. Same goal, completely different timelines. Part 6, how to actually reach your first $5,000. All right, this is the part that matters. Step 1, stop relying on leftover money. Look, there is no leftover money. You need to pay yourself first. Set up automatic transfers the day you get paid, even if it's just $50. Step 2, lower your baseline stress. You don't need a perfect budget, you need breathing room. That might mean cutting 1 to 2 major expenses, moving to a cheaper option temporarily, or reducing fixed costs, because fixed costs are what trap you. Step 3, create artificial wins. Here's a trick. Break $5,000 into smaller goals, like your first $500, then $1,000, then $2,500. Celebrate each one. Your brain needs progress. Step 4, increase income, even slightly. This is underrated. An extra $200 a month changes everything. That's freelance work, selling something, overtime, side gigs. That alone can cut your timeline in half. Step 5, protect your progress. Once you hit $1,000, don't touch it unless it's a real emergency, because every reset destroys momentum. Part 7, the breakthrough moment. There's a moment, usually around $3,000 to $5,000, where everything changes. You stop feeling desperate. You stop panicking about every expense. You start thinking clearly. And that's when real wealth building begins. Look, if saving your first $5,000 feels impossible, it's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're bad with money. It's because you're at the hardest stage of the entire journey. But here's the good news. Once you break through, everything gets easier, faster, and honestly, kind of addictive. So here's what I want you to do. Pick a number, not $5,000, not even $1,000. Start with $500. Build momentum, because momentum is what turns effort into results. And if this video helped you see money differently, even a little bit, make sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.